messed up. I've said so much stuff about Kingdom Come. I don't know how I'm going to fix this. These DC guys, they don't forget anything. Maybe I'll just apologize. That could work. So this is number 2, and then number 1. Number 1 on the list, Kingdom Come. Again, I don't know that anybody saw that one coming. Kingdom Come, I attempted to read this one once. It did not go well for me. It did not go well for me. Not at all. I struggled. But this is the 8th best story. Number 7, a lot of people like this one. This is Kingdom Come. I struggled to read it. I really did. And I gave it the college try, post snap, post cup of coffee, whole 9 yards. Could not get the Kingdom to come for me. All right, next up. Today was a gloomy day in North Carolina. With the rain pounding down outside, I decided to do some reading. And I specifically challenged myself to reread one of the greatest comic book stories of all time. I originally sat down to read this comic more than a year ago, and the struggle was real. After about 15 or 20 minutes, I set that comic down and had not picked it up again since that day. That's how much I did not enjoy reading Kingdom Come. One of the questions that I was asking myself was, would today be any different? More than a year ago, I tried to read this comic. I could not get into it, so would today be any different? Over the last couple of weeks, this comic has popped up on several different lists as one of the greatest comic book stories of all time. And the question is, what was I missing that everyone else was seeing? So today I sat down with an open mind, and my other thought was, even if I did not enjoy the story, I could at least enjoy that wonderful Alex Ross artwork. Over the last few years, Alex Ross has been known primarily for his covers, but back in 1996, he was still crushing interior pages. So even if I didn't enjoy the story, I knew that I could enjoy at least 4 comics worth of Alex Ross's amazing painted artwork. With that said, I was halfway through issue number 1 and realized that I was clearly missing out on something. Kingdom Come was an amazing read. I don't want to ruin this story for anyone, so I am not going to go into all the details, but I will tell you this. It's a DC story. And as a DC story, it is centered around the big 3, Superman, Batman, and also Wonder Woman. But in addition to those big 3, it also included the Spectre, which was a little bit of an interesting twist because I don't know a whole lot about the Spectre, but I kind of enjoyed that character. I'll also tell you that I don't have the background in DC Comics like a lot of people, yet I was still able to read this comic and thoroughly enjoy every single issue. If you have not read Kingdom Come, I highly encourage you to do so. Whether it is buying the individual copies, buying the graphic novel, or reading it digitally, I do not think that you are going to regret reading this comic. And I use the term comic a little loosely because in my mind, this is not necessarily a comic book. Even though there is spandex and powers being displayed, this is more like a piece of literature that is combined with some amazing artwork. It is not necessarily a comic. And again, I think that that is potentially where I struggled initially. I went into it with the wrong frame of mind. But over this last year, maybe I've matured as a reader. I don't know, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think that you will as well. As always, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, I want to encourage you to go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment behind. If you've read Kingdom Come and you enjoyed it, let me know that down in the comment section. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care. I got it. Yeah. A dedicated video in which I profess my undying, unwavering appreciation for the work of art that is Kingdom Come. That would get me off the hook.